I'm home, and what a great place to be. My socks were wet because I always wear sneakers, and we had a snowy day that turned into rain and slush, and I had to run outside a couple of times and work, and my sneaks were mesh, so of course that stuff just seeps right through. And it's typical for me throughout the winter to have wet feet because I never wise up. I just always wear sneaks year round. So there's that. And then, I gotta think about that for a minute. I had a long day of doing accounting, which I'm not an accountant, but somehow, some way, my boss has it in his head that I am, and he has me balancing the budget, and I don't know if I'm 100% on board with that, but I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how that goes. All right, so yeah, finally home, and I'm happy to be home, and I'm just going to veg out today and read. I'm going to sit down and I'm going to read a book. It's been a hot minute since I actually got to do that. Life seems to be pulling me in all different directions. But anyways, I hope your world is more peaceful and calmer than mine is at the present moment. Today, I am going to do a tag, even though it is not Tuesday. I am a little behind schedule. So, the way that I see it, better late than never, okay? All right, you dig where I'm coming from. All right, so actually, I was tagged by Alan over at the channel Big Hard Books. He has a fab channel, and you might want to go check it out. He's very unique and different, and his channel is like no other channel that I have come across. I really enjoy watching his videos, and I enjoy his style. So he tagged me, and I am going to oblige and do this tag. This is the tag called the Hobby Tag, and it was created by James Holder, and I need to take these off in order to see. This tag is only 5 prompts long, so it should go fairly well. 1, within your personal library, do you collect books, for example, specific authors, editions, publishers? And to that, I say a big no. I could really care less about collecting according to those standards. I will say, when I read my first John Steinbeck book, it did absolutely encourage me to go and buy all of his works, because I like his writing style, because I like him, because I dig what he has to say. So I can honestly say he's my favorite, and he is the only author that I have come across that made me want to possess all of his works. So I wouldn't actually say I own them all, but I definitely set out to gather as much of them as I could, but I wouldn't say I'm a collector even at that. Number 2, what are your non-bookish hobbies? Where to begin? Roller skating, ice skating, crafting, flower arranging, organizing, let's see, hula hooping, baton twirling, swimming, tennis, weightlifting. I don't know. I just always seem to have my hand in some sort of pot. Painting. Yeah, I love to pour myself a glass of wine, get out the canvas, the brushes, and the paint, and just see where my mind takes me. I'm pretty good at keeping busy like that. And a hobby always seems to carry me away into another world. I should say, I also left out, how do you like that? Interior designing. How could I forgot that? And I like logic puzzles. I like to sit down and do a couple logic puzzles quite often. So, yeah, pretty busy girl. Number 3, what hobbies have you fallen out of? Running, sewing, Pilates, cooking, baking, that sort of thing. You might ask, how do you fall out of cooking and baking? Well, I could see the baking because not everybody is into baking. I was heavily into baking, but not so much anymore. And, you know, the majority of us have to cook for, you know, within our life, you know, except for I don't really do that anymore. When I was bringing up a family, I did a lot of meatloaf, mashed potatoes, stuffed peppers, spaghetti and meatballs with salad, corn. You know, I cooked for an army and I just didn't. So for example, I would just never make spaghetti and meatballs. I would make spaghetti, meatballs, garlic bread, corn on the cob, salad, a chocolate cake with white frosting, Coca-Cola, and a coffee afterwards. That would be how I operate. But now I don't do any of that. I don't try to eat any kind of packaged or processed foods. So my cooking days are behind me. Arugula. I love arugula. I just found that out recently. I was always wondering, why does some spring mix taste better than others? And I have pinpointed it down to the arugula. If it has arugula in it, I am loving it. And another thing that I love is cilantro. And I am told that cilantro is a love or hate kind of thing. Either you think it tastes like soap, or you don't and you love it. And I absolutely love it. You can throw cilantro in anything that you serve me because I just love it that much. So that was a little long-winded, but that's why I don't cook anymore, because there's a whole bunch of blueberries and strawberries and raspberries and blackberries and canary melons and Fuji apples and snapdragon apples and peaches and red pears and all that kind of stuff just waiting for me. So, yeah. All right. What? Number 4. We're on number 4. Do you regret dropping those hobbies? No, I try to live my life with no regrets, and I'm absolutely, positively okay with that, because the way that I see it is I let those things go so I can open the door for new and exciting possibilities, and, you know, just make for a more pleasant journey in life. So when I was running, that was a love-hate relationship. I never did it before. I cannot say that I was digging it, but I can say I was proud of myself for accomplishing a little more each time. The furthest I have ever taken myself on a run was 8 miles, and for me that is a big feat because I am not a runner. I started my running journey, I want to say, when I was about 47 years old, and maybe 46, probably 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, and then I ditched it. So on those bright, beautiful, sunny days where I would be out there on a levee running, I would have said I regretted it, but now I will say no, because I don't know if it's the running that was making me happy, or being out in nature in general, looking at the ponds and the butterflies and the owls in the tree and an occasional snake that would cross my path just moments before I would have to, you know, tread past it. All of that. I do not miss running under bridges by myself, never knowing what was lurking around the pillar of that bridge. I don't miss that. I don't miss running in the rain or running in the cold or trying to get a run in before the day ended and now it's getting dark, trying to speed it up so that I could, you know, get it in. I don't miss that. So no regrets. No regrets at all. I am lifting weights now, and I am doing full body workouts indoors in 30 to 45 minutes, freeing up a heck of a lot of time, feeling so much stronger than I have ever felt in my life. And I can see myself doing this for the rest of my life. I think I have finally found my home in weightlifting. So, nope, no regrets for me. Number 5, what hobbies do you wish you had? Piano. That is, I even went out and bought a piano because I was so determined to learn this piano. And I was doing fairly well, except for it didn't pan out for me because I still had a busy schedule back then, and I had very little time to practice, which I can see in my piano teacher's eyes that was a disappointment, and I totally get it. How can you teach somebody who's not going to invest into it, you know? And I was just squeezing it in where I could, and it wasn't fair to her, and it really wasn't fair to myself. And to boot, every piano teacher that I had was, you know, a college student, and then they would graduate and then they would go on to their profession. And so I was constantly in the hands of a new instructor, and I don't know, it just didn't work out for me. But I still have that piano. I still have all my piano books, and I still have a busy mind and a busy schedule. So I wish I knew piano. Oh, I wish I knew piano. I wish I knew calligraphy. I love to see how fast these professionals write. Like, it's just nothing. There's like no thought process required. The things that come from their hand, magnificent. I wish I knew calligraphy. I wish I knew Spanish. I wish I knew Italian. I sat down, I bought myself a book. This was before all this internet stuff. I bought myself a book on learning Italian. I practiced it very often, and I was getting very good at it. And one day I put the book down and I never picked it up again. So I do wish I learned Italian. And mixology, woohoo! I would love to know mixology, because I could do a hot toddy. I think that's all I could do. I could pour some 7-Up into a glass with a cherry, and nope, I can't even do that because I don't even know what to mix it with. So, but I know the finished product of whatever. You know, I hear these buttered rum drinks and stuff like that. Yeah, they sound lovely to me. I don't know how to do it. I could do a hot toddy. That's probably the extent of it. Oh, I could do a rum and Coke, but I don't do rum anymore, and I don't do Coke anymore. So, I don't know, but oh God, there's a mountain of fun looking drinks out there that I wish I knew how to make. Perhaps I would be a better drinker than I am. Yeah, so that's that. Now I am to tag some people. So I am going to do that. I am going to tag Jess from Jess Book Girl TV. I am going to tag Sci-Fi Bookery. And I am going to tag Dahlia Delgado. So if you are watching this video and you want to share with us some of your very fun and you know, personal information, I would love to learn more about you. So, thank you so much for joining me and for watching this video. I had a ball doing this. Thank you, Alan from Big Hard Books, for tagging me in this. Until my next video, know that I love you. Be well, be good, and be reading.